Hello everyone, this is Matt Jacobs with BCTV, and we are joined for the first time this year prior to a road game by our head football coach, Brice Vignery. And Coach, first home game of the year, you guys stumbled in overtime. What has your team taken from that result this week into practice?
You know, as soon as the game was over last week, we sat there and we listened, to them celebrate, and I wanted them to soak it in. And from that moment on, I heard a lot of positivity from the guys. They understood why we didn't come out on top, why we didn't do what we needed to do on Saturday night. And so the week, again, teaching young people how to deal with wins and losses is part of our job. And so throughout the week, I thought they've responded really well. Offensively, they stumbled a little bit early in the week and they rebounded. I think our defense has responded extremely well. They've had a really good week of practice. Our offense, like I said, has responded. And they're getting better. It's just getting that team that we've seen for the last month to show back up, and that's what our message has been. We had some untimely penalties that set up some scores. We had some untimely penalties on offense that set us behind to not score, and so those are those critical situations that we can't hurt ourselves. And I'm hopeful that they learn from that and they understand how important those little details are. So, but I think the team's responded well. The coaching staff's responded well. We're excited to jump on the road today and head up north and play another quality opponent.
It seemed like some of the biggest highlights from week one were on special teams. You had a blocked punt, you had a huge kickoff return. Talk about what it takes to be good on that particular side of the ball.
Yeah, so in the offseason, I was able to hire David May, who is our special teams coordinator, and it takes a very, very detailed person to do special teams, because special teams is a third of the game that a lot of people don't put a lot of emphasis on. We made that a priority from day one of training camp. We were installing special teams and doing drills and getting them to understand that this is a play that we can't take off. And it was just a direct reflection of how we were through training camp. I thought Coach May had a great game plan. Aside from the muff punt where he ran and the absolute perfect throw that their holder made in the corner of the end zone versus really good coverage, we played a phenomenal game on special teams. When we blocked a punt, I think our average starting field position after kick returns was the 49-yard line. Their average starting position on kickoff was the 18-yard line. So our guys played extremely hard, and they have a lot of belief in their abilities on those teams. And that's just going to continue to grow as we go through the season, and I look forward to seeing what more we can do on special teams.
So now you get on a bus and you drive 7 hours to Iowa, longest road trip of the season. What does it take to prepare your team to take on that road trip?
It's just really like we're going to get on the bus later today, and it's just really about understanding, block out the distractions, and it is going to be a long road trip. We're going to get off, we're going to eat, we're going to get back on, we're going to get off and do a practice, we're going to get back on, we're going to check in at the hotel, we're going to have meetings. We try and treat it as much like a normal Friday as we can, with meetings and keeping everything organized that way. But just the ride and understanding to block out distractions and do those things. Once Saturday gets here, it's pretty much a normal game day. We wake up, we eat breakfast. The only difference is we'll get on a bus and ride for 54 minutes up there, and get there, get dressed, and then go play the game. And just getting back to that point where we know that we can be, and seeing the team that we've seen for the last 30 days.
You get a stop on the way up there and practice at the Iowa State indoor complex, which will be a pretty cool experience for your guys. Talk about getting to do that along the way.
Absolutely. We always like to stop somewhere, whether we've stopped at the University of Nebraska, at KU, Missouri Western at their indoor where the Chiefs practice, and Iowa State. It's been a couple years since we've been at Iowa State, but it's always fun to go there and have our guys experience what it looks like at that next level, and to do those things. And so very appreciative of Coach Campbell and his staff for allowing us to use their indoor and to do that. And again, it'll be a great experience for our players just to see what the next step looks like for them, and we'll have a number of guys that will have an opportunity to play at that next step.
So we're playing Ellsworth. It seems every year, no matter how good or maybe not as good Ellsworth has been, they always seem to be kind of a tough challenge, especially up there. What's it going to take for you to be successful against the Panthers?
We just have to go. We have to execute our offense, our defense, and our special teams. We had too many times last week where we turn on the film and we watch, and it wasn't the team that I'm used to watching. So execution is at a premium, and then just the long trip, bringing our own energy, our own everything to that game, because Coach White's recruited a really good team up there. They've got a lot of belief right now, and so we've got to go up there. We've got to play our game. We've got to play disciplined football. We can't give them anything. We've got to make them earn it. And again, just handle the road trip, handle everything that comes along with it, and just play physical brand of football that I know we can.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck tomorrow against the Ellsworth Panthers. And this is Matt Jacobs with BCTV, thanking you for tuning in.